So the overwhelming majority of people who start doctoral programs don't finish. And that's why a very small percentage, I think the percentage is growing. It was, I think 1.2% of the population had a doctorate when I finished in 2017. And I think now it's like closer to 2%. But what would you say is what are the things that you would consider to be qualities that would get you to the finish line? Like specifically to you, like what qualities do you think you possess that allow for you to be one of those top 1 to 2% of people that actually have this high level degree?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a journey, right? There were several who did not finish with me. We called ourselves the Unstoppable. I think there started out with 8 of us, and 5 of us made it to the finish line, like within my little tribe.
Yeah.
And I think the tests that you've been through in your life previously help prepare you for this journey. And I think you have to take time to reflect on that. Remember the things that you have overcome, despite the challenges and stuff, because I mean, a doctorate degree, it's a new normal, right?
It really is. It really is. At
And
least in our communities, I think. At least like I think in our circle, like
yes,
we know a lot of these people. There's a lot of us.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new normal. And so with that, it's a mindset shift. And I think you have to prepare yourself for that shift that, okay, I may not see my family and friends as much. I may have to say no to certain things, especially if you're managing a family, you're doing a job, and you're doing all 3 of those are like real jobs, right? Though in church and community service,
right?
I think you're a lot of sleep. So recognizing that may have to, there has to be flex in it. So I think what goes about me is that I'm okay to flex. Because stuff happens, lots of stuff happened. And I learned during the process how to say no more, because I don't do that well.
Boundaries.
Typically. Yes, boundaries were very important because you had to, and I think you need to be very organized. Because, I had sometimes 6 papers, small or major ones, due in 1 week.
Yeah.
Depending on how many classes I was taking.
And they don't care. Like, they don't care about your schedule. Like, they don't care. They're like, it's due, so do it.
I will say that's a good thing about Regent. Anybody's looking for a good on is that they do encourage a balance with work life and yourself.
That's good.
And remembering that. So I would say there definitely, when people ask me about it, I was like, look for schools who you find from people who've gone there that there is flex within their faculty. To really connect with you and understand. Again, that was key to me as part of this journey, because I knew my life was already crazy. It was just going to get crazier, and it was happening during the pandemic.
Right.
So I think flexibility, I think resiliency, I think being organized, as I said, definitely making sure that you're allowing yourself some grace. Right, because you're not always going to get it right, and you're not always going to like it. Regent being a Christian-based school, you just didn't write papers. You had to do biblical research.
Like you're now having to exegete to support
exegesis all the time. And I'm like, I don't understand the point of this. What's it got to do with how I would show up? But it was really around the values and how you show up and help people.
That's good.
Right. But I didn't like what I was going through it. I got like 50 million Bibles and research tools, let me just write the paper.
Right. But now you can appreciate it.
Yeah, now I can appreciate it because it helps me to lead better as a leader, right? Which is what I was and as a coach, and show up like that, because I remember the people skill, the people aspect of it, and those values associated with it that we're all just put our pants on one day at a time. So I think flexibility, the being having the perseverance, the resiliency, and just being real with yourself, and being able to say no is really
I love that.